Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm sharing a very special appointment where I worked with a patient who was dealing with a super sensitive toenail that was causing a lot of discomfort. I think I've shared this video on the channel before, but I'll try to bring some fresh insights about what I did. I'm going to walk you through every detail from the first visit to the follow-up, explaining everything in a way that's easy to understand. My goal is to show how podiatry can transform foot health and bring relief. Ready to dive into this procedure together? When the patient came in, I immediately noticed she had a very curved toenail, which is something I see a lot in my practice, but can be tricky depending on the situation. In her case, the skin around her toe was extremely thin, making everything more delicate. This type of toenail, when it grows incorrectly, presses against the skin, causing pain and even mild inflammation. So my first step was to assess the situation very carefully. I started by cleaning the area with an antiseptic solution because hygiene is crucial before any procedure. Then, using a podiatry spatula, I gently lifted the nail to see how deeply it was ingrown. Since the patient's skin was so sensitive, I was extra careful to avoid causing any discomfort. I noticed the nail was pressing tightly against the skin, almost digging into the tissue, which was starting to irritate the area. Using fine-tipped scissors, I made a precise cut on the nail, following its natural curve. This cut is critical because if it's not done properly, the nail can keep growing incorrectly and make the problem worse. Next, I applied an orthotic fiber, a technique we use to guide the nail's growth. This fiber acts like a track, helping the nail grow without becoming ingrown again. In this patient's case, we had tried other orthotics before, but as she mentioned, the issue persists because of her very thin skin. To wrap up the first visit, I applied a healing ointment and placed a light bandage to protect the area and prevent infections. I instructed the patient to use the prescribed medication for a week, keeping the area clean and dry. This care is super important for healthy healing. I also talked to her about the importance of wearing shoes that don't squeeze the toes and avoiding cutting the nail herself to prevent further inflammation. Throughout the procedure, I made sure to talk with the patient, checking how she was feeling and explaining each step. This helps put people at ease because, let's be honest, nobody likes pain, right? I know how much an ingrown toenail can disrupt daily life, from putting on shoes to walking. My goal is always to relieve that discomfort and restore well-being. For those of you watching, I want to stress that every foot is unique. What works for one person might not work for another, especially in cases like this with such sensitive skin. So, I'll say it again. Never try to fix an ingrown toenail at home. A wrong cut or too much pressure can turn a small issue into a much bigger problem. Always seek a podiatrist for a safe evaluation and treatment. By the way, where are you all watching this video from? Are you in Brazil or somewhere else in the world? My audience here on the channel is amazing, and most of you are from outside Brazil, which makes me so happy. Drop a comment telling me where you're from and if you've ever dealt with ingrown toenails. I read every comment, and even if there are a lot, I'll respond little by little with lots of love. I adore hearing what you think of the videos and connecting with each of you. Now, let's talk about the follow-up, which happened a week after the first visit. When the patient returned, I immediately checked how the healing was going, and the results got me so excited. The area around the nail, which was previously sensitive and showing signs of inflammation, looked much better. The skin, naturally thin, had a healthy color, and the nail was growing more aligned thanks to the orthotic fiber we applied. During the follow-up, I started with another round of cleaning using an antiseptic solution to keep everything sterile. Then I used a specific file to smooth the nail's edges, ensuring it wasn't pressing against the skin. I also checked the orthotic to make sure it was still in place. Thankfully, everything was perfect, but since this patient is prone to ingrown toenails, I emphasize the importance of regular checkups. The outcome was amazing, the healing was great, and the patient said she no longer felt pain when walking. That's what makes me happiest in my work. But, as I explained to her, the care can't stop there. The combination of a curved nail and thin skin is very delicate, and without attention, the problem could return. So I advised her to keep wearing open toe shoes whenever possible and to have her nails cut by a professional.